Have you ever felt a small itch on your body that comes slowly, then goes away, without a sound? It's not pain, it's not danger. Just a small feeling, but it feels recurring. Listen carefully. Because the body never speaks without reason. In adulthood, the body doesn't scream. It whispers, through mild itching, through gentle discomfort, through small signs that we often dismiss as trivial. But behind it, there's a life story. A story about a long journey. About time that has passed. About a body that faithfully accompanies us to this day. Let's walk slowly, without fear. Without pressure, we will see the body like an old friend. Not to be suspected, but to be understood. We'll talk about some of the body's most commonly itchy spots, and what gentle messages they might be conveying. Not with difficult words, not with a scary tone, but with a warm story. Listen to your body. Appreciate the journey. Treat yourself gently. Because maturity isn't about what you lose, but about what you gain. If you want to feel accompanied, if you want to understand your body without anxiety, if you want to enjoy life at a slower pace, then this journey is made for you. Calm, warm, and meaningful. Imagine our bodies like a beautiful old clock. It may not tick as fast as it used to, but every second is meaningful. A wise old clock never breaks suddenly. It always gives its signals beforehand. Sometimes its chime changes slightly. Sometimes its hands feel heavier. And sometimes, it just asks to be gently cleaned. The same is true of the body in old age. Today, we won't talk about fear. We won't talk about threats. We'll talk about small signs that are often ignored because they seem trivial. One of them is itching. Not an annoying itch, not a painful itch, but a mild itch that comes and goes, like a quiet greeting from the body. Hello, friends. This video is for you, for your parents, and for anyone who believes that adulthood is a chapter in life worth caring for with love. Before we go any further, let me make one simple point. This channel is meant to be a warm living room, a place where we share stories, calm our minds, and understand our bodies without fear. If you feel comfortable here, please support this channel by subscribing, liking, or sharing this video with your friends. Think of it like offering someone a cup of warm tea. Thank you. Now, let's get to the main story slowly. Today, we'll start with a part of the body that's often forgotten because it's not always visible, the scalp. The scalp in older adults is like the ceiling of an old house. It protects everything beneath it, but it rarely gets much attention. When the scalp starts to itch, many people smile and say, it's just normal. And often it's true, but a wise body never speaks without reason. An itchy scalp can be the body's subtle way of saying, I'm dry, I'm tired, I need extra attention, not because of any major danger, but because of natural changes. Imagine garden soil. If the soil starts to dry out, the plants don't immediately wilt. They just stop growing comfortably. The scalp is the same. As we age, natural oil production decreases, skin becomes thinner. Blood circulation slows. All of this is natural, like the sun setting earlier. Itching is a small light, not a loud alarm. Sometimes we scratch our heads, saying to ourselves, am I thinking too much today? And maybe, yes. The mind and skin often work together without us realizing it. An itchy scalp sometimes just wants us to drink more water. Gently massage the head, sleep a little better, no need to rush. No need to panic. Itching is not the enemy. Itching is a message. Listening to your body is a form of wisdom. An elderly person once said, I no longer want my body to be perfect. I just want my body to be comfortable. And that is true wisdom. When we pay attention to the little things, the body feels appreciated. And when the body feels appreciated, life feels lighter. Old age is not the end of the journey. It is a phase where we walk more slowly, so we can enjoy the scenery. Every little itch is a reminder that we are still alive, still feeling, and still worthy of loving care. The scalp is just one small spot. There are many other parts of the body that often itch and carry similar messages. Take care of your body. like you would take care of a precious antique watch. Next, we'll discuss an area of the body that works hard every day. But we rarely speak to gently. This area is always moving. Touching the world, holding memories, and conveying love. Without many words. Yet when this area starts to itch, many people just smile and say, it's probably just dry skin. In fact, behind that mild itch, the body is telling a story in a very subtle way. Second point, hands, especially the palms. The hands of older people are like small bridges that connect the heart to the world. With our hands, we greet, give, hold warm cups, and hold the hands of loved ones. But as we age, the skin on our hands begins to change. It becomes thinner, drier, and more sensitive, when an itch appears on our palms. It's not a scream. It's a gentle whisper. Imagine an old book that's been opened often. The more we open it, the more valuable its pages become. But they also become more fragile if not cared for gently. The skin on older people's hands is like that. Every line on the palms is not a sign of weakness, but a map of life's journey. Itchy hands often say, I work a lot. I need moisture. I want to be treated more gently. In old age, skin loses fluid more easily. Skin's response to the environment slows. Small changes are more noticeable, so an itchy hand can be a simple reminder to pay more attention to. Fluid intake, gentle skin care, adequate rest, not because of any major danger, but because the body wants balance. Have you ever scratched your palm and smiled to yourself and said, maybe I was too busy today? And maybe that's true. Active hands sometimes just want to be appreciated. Not all body messages come in the form of pain. Some come in the form of minor discomforts that are easy to ignore. Itchy hands are nothing to be ashamed of. They are a sign of natural change. Caring for your hands means caring for our relationship with the world. Take a breath, feel your hands, and slowly release. An elderly person once said, when I started caring for my hands more patiently, I felt more at ease touching life. A simple sentence, yet full of meaning. When we slow down, the body feels safe. And when the body feels safe, the mind calms down. Maturity isn't about doing less, but about doing everything more consciously. Itchy hands remind us to slow down, to be gentler with ourselves, and to savor every touch of life. Hands are just one small part of our body's larger story. There are several other spots that often itch, and they convey the same message. To be more caring, not afraid. Take care of your body, like you take care of precious memories. Next, we will discuss a body part that supports our daily journey, but rarely gets a proper thank you. This part carries us to many places. Through the mornings and evenings, walking on the floors of our homes, and moving with time. When this part starts to itch, many people simply dismiss it as a small thing that can be ignored. However, sometimes the body doesn't demand attention with pain, but with a gentle discomfort. Third point, the feet, especially the ankles and calves. The feet of an elderly person are like the roots of an old tree. The roots are invisible, but without them, the tree wouldn't stand. For years, the feet have carried our weight, carried us to many places, and stood faithfully without much complaint. When an itch appears in the ankles or calves, it's not a sign of weakness. It's the body's way of reminding that this part has been working hard. Imagine an old path, traveled every day. The path remains, but its surface changes. Some areas are drier, others more sensitive. The skin on an elderly person's feet is the same. With age, blood circulation slows, skin becomes thinner. Natural moisture decreases. All of these are natural processes, not the body's fault. Itchy feet often say, I need a break. I want attention. I want to be touched gently. Sometimes the body just asks to sit for a moment, to put your feet up for a moment, to take a break in the middle of the day, not because it's dangerous, but because the body wants to regain balance. Have you ever scratched your calf and said with a smile, maybe my feet need a break too? And that's normal. Even parts of the body want rest. Not all rest has to be sleep. Sometimes just stopping for a moment. And breathing more slowly is enough. Feet are more than just tools for walking. They hold life stories. An itch is an invitation to be more mindful. Take a slow breath. Feel the soles of your feet touching the floor. And let go with ease. An elderly person once said, "When I started to slow down, life felt kinder." A slower pace allows us to see more. Light, sound, and gratitude. Maturity teaches us that life is not a race. Itchy feet remind us to slow down, to give our bodies space, and to enjoy the journey. Each conscious step taken is a form of respect for ourselves. The feet and ankles are just one part of the body's larger story. There are other spots that often itch and carry the same gentle message. Take care of your steps, as you would take care of the precious journey of life. Next, we will discuss the part of the body that is most in contact with the outside world, yet least engaged in patient dialogue. This area protects us from heat and cold, from wind and time, and from many things that are not always visible. When this area itches, many people dismiss it as a minor, unimportant annoyance. In fact, often the body chooses the most gentle way to remind us to pause and listen. Point 4. Neck and shoulders. The neck and shoulders are like the burdens of life. This is where many responsibilities slowly accumulate. Thoughts, memories, and old worries. When this area itches, sometimes it's not the skin that's speaking, but rather emotions that want to be released. The body seems to be saying, "I'm carrying a lot. I want to be relieved." Gently moving the neck, taking deeper breaths, and giving ourselves time to calm down are often enough to make the body feel appreciated. Point 5. Chest and upper back. This area is the center of breath. Every inhalation and exhalation passes through here, connecting the body and mind. A mild itch in the chest or upper back sometimes occurs when the body wants to breathe deeper, sit up straighter, release old tension. Like a window that's rarely opened, when it finally opens, fresh air comes in and the room feels more spacious. Point 6. Skin folds, behind the knees, at the elbows, or in other often covered areas, are quiet yet sensitive places. These areas are like corners of a house that are rarely seen, but still an important part of the whole. When it itches, it's often just a gentle reminder to keep things clean, dry, and comfortable. Not because of danger, but because the body wants to be cared for completely. The body never speaks without reason. Itching is a gentle language, not a threat. Caring for your body is a form of respect for life. Take a slow breath, and release it mindfully. Old age is not about what has been lost, but about what has been accumulated. Experience, wisdom, and serenity all reside within this body. When the body gives small signs, it's not because it's weak, but because it trusts we're wise enough to listen. The 6 itches are just 6 small stories from life's long journey. They all have the same message: slow down, listen to your body, and take care of yourself gently. May each day feel lighter, calmer, and more meaningful. Take care of your body, like you've cared for an old friend who's been with you for a lifetime. These 6 signs don't guarantee a short life. However, they can indicate the risk of chronic disease, which can impact life expectancy if ignored. The more systemic signs appear on the skin, the greater the likelihood that the body is carrying the burden of disease. These signs are not a verdict of age, but rather an early warning sign that seniors should seek prompt and appropriate medical attention. Before this video truly ends, let me invite you to pause for a moment. Not to think hard, not to reminisce, just to realize one simple thing. Your body still faithfully accompanies you today, in a fast-paced world, amidst the noise. The aging body often speaks in the most gentle way, not with loud pain, but with small signals that we often dismiss as trivial. Today, we have listened to our bodies in a calmer way. Not to fear them, but to appreciate them. Every little itch isn't a sign of weakness, it's a gentle greeting from life, saying, "I'm still here. I'm still walking with you. In adulthood, life no longer asks us to run. Life simply invites us to walk mindfully, to breathe more slowly, to touch ourselves more gently, and to treat our bodies like old friends that have accompanied us through many seasons. If today you can still feel, can still hear, can still sit quietly, that is a gift worth cherishing. Not everyone gets to this point, and you are here. I hope this video has not only informed you, but also given you a sense of companionship. That you are not alone, that body changes are a natural part of the journey. And that self-care is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of wisdom. If you found this video comforting, please support this channel by hitting the like button. If you know someone who might need a warm message like this, please share this video with them. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss the next video, which is made with the intention of accompanying, not scaring. And if you'd like, leave a simple comment below. Maybe a sentence, maybe a word, about how you're feeling today. Your comment could be a small beacon of light for another viewer in a different part of the world. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for listening to your body. And thank you for still choosing to treat life with respect. Take care of yourself gently, because a long life is worth closing each day with gratitude. Until we meet again, with a calm heart and peaceful steps.